Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the remaining part of the changing world of visual art. This is the last part of our video. This is the last part of our chapter. Basically, in this video we will discuss three subparts, or we can say three topics. The first is new buildings and new styles. After it we will see the search for a national art. And in the search for a national art we will see the art of Raja Ravi Verma and the art of Abanindranath Tagore. In our earlier videos, we have seen the different trends of imperial art. And scroll painting. Now we will have a glance on the search for a national art. But before having a glance on the search for a national art, we will discuss about new buildings and new styles which came into existence after the colonial power, or we can say after the British rule. With British rule, architectural style also changed. New style were introduced as new cities were built, new buildings came up, the pointed arches in the buildings and elongated structures was a typical example of British style that is known as Gothic. We can say in new style, new buildings and styles, and in this new style, Gothic style came into existence. Gothic means arch and elongated structure. Look at this picture. This is Victoria Terminal. Established in Bombay. Actually, this was a railway station which was built between 1878 and 1887. In this picture, you can see the pointed arches. Like this, you can see these pointed arches. And you can also see elongated structure. And this kind of new buildings came up in the mid 19th century in Bombay. Now, you can look at this another picture. This was also built by Britishers, and this was Central Office of Calcutta. Built in 1860s. In this picture you can see the rounded arches and the pillars. That was another style. Like these are pillars which are not mostly mentioned in previous picture, and you can see rounded arch. Here this is pointed arches and this is rounded arches. And this was another style which was introduced by British in India, but this style was borrowed from the classical style of Greece and Rome, borrowed from Greece and Rome by Britishers. Actually, Britishers wanted that their buildings should express their power and glory and their cultural achievements also. That's why they introduced a new technology, new structure and new techniques in the field of architecture. Now we will see the search for a national art, and in this part at first we will discuss about the art of Raja Ravi Verma. Raja Ravi Verma was one of the first artists who tried to create a style that was both modern and national. Ravi Verma belonged to the family of the Maharajas of Travancore in Kerala and was addressed as Raja. He mastered the Western art of oil painting and realistic life study. This was the basic characteristic of the art of Raja Ravi Verma, that he followed, or we can say he made oil painting and he followed the uh, technique of realistic life study. But he took the themes from Indian mythology. Like he dramatized on canvas scene after scene from the Ramayana and Mahabharata, drawing on the theatrical performances of mythological stories that he witnessed during his tour of the Bombay Presidency. From the 1880s, Ravi Verma's paintings were collected by Indian princes and art collectors who filled their palace galleries with his works. Look at this painting. Look at this painting. This painting is also made by Raja Ravi Verma, and this is the painting of Krishna Sadan. In this painting, you can see mythological picture, mythological image. This painting proves that Raja Ravi Verma painted mythological image. He was being responded to the huge popular appeal of such mythology. He decided to set up a picture production team and printing press on the outskirts of Bombay, where he produced a number of colorful religious paintings. Even the poor people could buy these cheap prints easily. Now we will discuss another topic, that is a different vision of national art and related to Abanindranath Tagore, because it was made popularized by Abanindranath Tagore. In Bengal, a new group of nationalist artists gathered around Abanindranath Tagore, nephew of Rabindranath Tagore, and this group of nationalists rejected the art of Raja Ravi Verma as imitative and westernized, and declared that such a style was unsuitable for depicting the nation's ancient myths and legends. They felt that a genuine style of painting had to draw inspiration from known Western art traditions and try to capture the spiritual essence of the East. So they broke away from the convention of oil painting, because the technique of oil painting was introduced by British people. That's why they thought that if they made oil painting, that would not look real. That's why they rejected the art of oil painting and the realistic style and turned for inspiration to medieval Indian tradition of miniature painting. That was the basic characteristic of Abanindranath Tagore's paintings, that he again introduced miniature paintings, which we have discussed. He used watercolors, and he also introduced the ancient art of mural painting, and he was influenced by Japanese art of painting also. They were also influenced by the art of Japanese artists who visited India at that time to develop an Asian art movement. Look at this painting carefully. This painting presents the banished Yaksh of Kalidas. And this theme was taken from Kalidas Meghdootam and painted by Abanindranath Tagore in 1904. Look at this painting carefully. In this painting you can find the misty background. That is not clear. The soft colors and the absence of any hard lines in the painting. These are the stylistic elements which can often be found in many Japanese watercolor landscapes. My mother, this was another painting that was made by Abanindranath Tagore. But in this painting, he shows his sentiment, and this painting showed the influence of Rajput miniatures and Rajput tradition also. After the 1920s, a new generation of artists began to break away from the style popularized by Abanindranath Tagore. Why? Because people saw his images as sentimental and felt that artists had to explore real life instead of illustrating ancient books, and took inspiration from living folk art and tribal designs rather than ancient art forms. As the time passes by, debates were continued and new movement of art grew, and styles of art continuously going to be changed.